The latest update on the upcoming Marvel Blade reboot is that the film is titled Blade because it has a double meaning, and the second meaning isn't actually related to Blade, but is related to the Black Knight and the Ebony Blade. Hold up. These same people said that Black Knight has nothing to do with this film, along with the Ebony Blade. What? So ever since the ending of The Eternals and the post-credit scene, which was witnessed by all 17 people that saw the film in theaters and all 32 people that saw it on digital release and Disney Plus, you know that if you sit through the credits, Blade, at least his voice, speaks to the Black Knight, aka, well, Kit Harington's character, Dane Whitman. At the time, scoopers were saying the Blade film is set right after the events of the Eternals, and the Black Knight would be a main character. Then they stated that this wouldn't be the case because the film was set in the 20s, then the 30s, then the 80s, then modern day, then apparently back to the 30s, and now apparently might be modern day again, but Black Knight isn't in it, but he might be, and that the title Blade is actually more about the Ebony Blade instead of Blade, and the Ebony Blade is the sword that Dane Whitman has. And apparently, the big revelation will be that somehow Blade is deeply connected to that sword, and that this is setting up the Midnight Suns. So, I'm kind of confused and a little lost at this, because the same people saying all these things have recently said things that literally, like, contradict what they're saying now. Like, obviously, there was an intent to somehow connect Blade and Dane. But plans changed when Blade kept taking forever, and is still taking forever. And who knows what's happening with Black Knight and the Eternals at all, if anything, really. So, what does that really mean? And if the film is in fact still a period piece, then maybe they can deal with, I guess, some origins of the Ebony Blade. But at the same time, making that sword central to the plot then undermines Blade. And that's a problem. So I'm a little conflicted on this, and I hope none of this is true. Like, that the Ebony Blade has nothing to do with this. Unless, for some reason, Blade is just going to use it, and then, I don't know, it gets away from him or something, and he loses it. Sure. But making it central to a plot that connects to Dane, who people don't care about? A way to ruin Blade if that's your goal.